Okay, good afternoon, everybody. So let's get at it today. So for those of you who are just joining me for the first time, you're going to need to make a grid like this because we're going to document how many of these different exercises that we did and the amount of time we did it in and the amount of the quantity that we did. So if you have it, pull it out because we're going to use it. However, today we're going to do a slightly variation to our technique. What we're going to do is we're going to increase our endurance a little bit. So in the past, we've done exercises for 45 seconds. Today, we're going to move it up to a minute. Now, you're going to have to document that on your sheet so we have a sense of comparison. Now, what I hope is going to happen, and I know it's going to happen, by the end of the month, as we increase our endurance or play around with either endurance or quantity or something there, intensity, when we go ahead and do a kind of like in October when we first began, it's kind of like a pre-test. And then all of October we trained, and then when we look at the end of October as a post-test, we'll compare that score with the score that we had at the beginning of the month, and you'll hopefully see an improvement, which I know you will. Okay, so let's go ahead with the first thing we will do. We'll do mountain climbers first. And okay, last time, or the last couple of times, I think we've been doing for 45 seconds. So this time we're going to do it for a minute, okay? And then we're not going to rest a whole lot in between, and I'll tell you what we'll do each time. So get ready, and again, we'll do mountain climbers for 1 minute. Ready? Now remember, each time your leg comes up to here, you're going to count that as 1. Okay, ready? Get set, and we're going to do it for a minute, and go. Ready, go. And because we're doing this a little bit longer, your pace might be a little bit different. So you might go a little slower. Okay, it's 30 seconds. Okay, got 10 more. Three, 2, 1, and stop. Okay, get your sheet. Okay, write down mountain climbers. Put down 1 minute, how many you did. Okay, because remember, we're increasing our time. Okay, all right, let's get ready for sit-ups. Let me see, I think the last time, I'm pretty sure we did it in 45 seconds, so this time we're going to do it in 1 minute. Okay, so ready, get set, go. Now remember, your pace will have to change a little bit. You might not be going as fast because you're going to have a little bit greater endurance. We have another half a minute. $15 seconds. Five, 4, 3, 2, and stop. Okay, good. Okay, write down, I think we did that in a minute. All right, so write down on your sheet how many you did. And I'm not so much worried about the improvement that you made. What I'm concerned about today is we're increasing our time, so we're increasing our ability to do more, and I mean more time. I don't even care if you do more of them, but you probably will. All right, so we're going to do, instead of push-ups, we're just going to do a 1 minute. Here's the clock. A 1 minute plank on your elbows. Ready? 3, 2, 1, and get your legs up. and we're going to hold it for a minute. See if you can keep your body completely straight. Okay, we got 25 seconds to go. Feel what your stomach feels like. That's where you really will feel about your hips. Kind of like a mindfulness thing. You're really going to feel that part of your body that you feel the sensation. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and okay, get your sheet and write down what you did. So we did 3 of them already, right? We did the plank, we did sit-ups, and we did mountain climbers. So let's get ready for a sumo sit. Let's start that at 4:30. And we'll do this for 1 minute. Ready? You don't even need the wall. You're getting good at it. Get down. 45 degrees. 45, I said 45, no way. 90 degrees. Have a right angle. Okay, so we started at 4:30, and we'll stop it at 5:30. Sometimes not looking at the clock is the best thing to do. So if you're feeling some discomfort, that's okay. I'm really starting to feel it because I just worked out with the older kids, the 6th through 8th graders, and the second time doing this stuff gets to be pretty hard. So I'm really feeling it in my quad. It's not painful, it's uncomfortable for sure. Okay, we got another 10 seconds. You can do it. All right, and if you don't do it for the whole minute, fine. Write down how long you did it for. 3, 2, 1, and stop. All right, we'll just rest a little bit and we'll end with our burpees. Okay, but this time what we're gonna do a burpee, and each time you come up, you're gonna jump. So hopefully I won't hit my fan. I probably won't jump that high because again, this is the second time I'm doing it, and this is really difficult. We'll do it for 1 minute. So just pace yourself because this is pretty hard. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Down, back, down, and jump. Keep up a good pace. I didn't jump that time. Okay, got a half a minute to go. Seconds. Woo! Starting to slow down. I can really feel it. 10 seconds. Last one for me. Okay, 3, 2, 1, and stop. Okay, so make sure when you write down on your sheet under burpees, 1 minute, how many you did, in parentheses, put with a jump, because it makes a huge difference. Okay, excellent. Whew. That was a great workout. Now, if you don't feel like me, that you got that big of a workout, try doing the whole thing again a second time, because basically that's what I've done. Okay, we're gonna do a sun salutation for a couple sessions, a couple rotations, and then I want to go ahead and end with a little mindfulness so you can feel you can sense my heart rate being way up. I think I was really on the hard maybe slightly to really hard, but definitely within the hard zone. Okay, reach up. Take a big breath in. As you blow it out, swan dive to your toes. Come up to your knees. Dive back down to your toes. Go into a plank. Okay, down to the mat. Up to a cobra. Down to the mat again. Back to downward facing dog. Step up with your feet between your hands. Touch your toes to your knees. Back to your toes. Come on up to mountain. Okay, big breath in. We're going to do another one. Dive down. Swan dive down to your toes. Hold. Let's hold it just a little bit. Let's do a little something a little different. Spread your legs, cross your arms, and just hang down here like a rag doll. See if you can go a little bit lower. Okay, touch the mat. Let's go into a plank. Lower yourself to the mat. Reach up. Down to the mat, into downward facing dog. Lift your right leg up. Remember that was called three-legged dog. Then do your left leg up. Now step up in between your hands. Touch your toes. Up to your knees. To your toes. Up and take a nice big breath. Okay, good. Let's get a chair, and I do want to end it with a little bit of mindfulness. Okay, so get in your chair. So if you're like me right now, your heart rate is still pretty high, although when I started to do the yoga, I could feel my whole body starting to settle down. And I went from here, remember I told you I was really in the hard zone, I could feel me getting to pretty easy. And then I hope what we'll do, once we do a couple minutes of just sitting, we're going to be really easy and nice and relaxed. So you can go back to your class. Okay, sit comfortably in the chair. Take a big deep breath in, blow it out. If you're comfortable closing your eyes, go ahead and do that. If you want to keep your eyes open, just have your gaze go towards the ground. Let me see, I want to go ahead and let's do the mindfulness for at least a minute and a half, okay? So I'm going to give you some prompts, and then you'll be on your own for a minute and a half. Okay, so if you're closing your eyes, at any time you feel like you need to open your eyes, you just open them up, and then you can close them again. Okay, so take a deep breath in. And remember, during mindfulness, breathe out, of course. And then during mindfulness, we're just focusing our attention on our in-breath and then our out-breath, letting our mind kind of focus on that. And if you lose that concentration, you're going to just come back to it, because you're going to lose it into a thought or a sensation or feeling, and that's okay. I want you to just be aware of what's going on. So what I'd like you to do is take an in-breath to the count of 3, and then out-breath a little slower to a count of 5. And let's do it for a minute and a half. So we'll end it at, what will that be? That'll be 14:30. Okay? So go on your own And if you're bored, just stay with that. It's okay. Let's just see if you can get a minute and a half with focusing on your in-breath and your out-breath. Remember, it's okay if you get bored, open your eyes, look at the clock. We're going to, what did we say, 14:30, and then just keep going. Okay, slowly open your eyes. Now sit still. Let me just talk to you for just a minute. All right, so here's what's happening. So a couple things are happening. Number one is you're kind of slowing your whole physiology down, which feels good. So you're in control of yourself. So you're moving around, you got our heart rate up, and you have the capability to kind of slow your body down. Okay, so you own that tool. Now the other thing that's really, a couple other things that are really cool about this. Number one is, as you focus on your breath, or there's a bunch of other things you could focus on. If there was some sound, you could focus on that. And then you lose it, and then you let it go, and then you come back to it. As you let it go, you come back to your focus. Now, truly what you're doing is you're strengthening that concentration muscle. Just like we're strengthening our muscles when we do exercise, we're strengthening that concentration muscle by focusing on the breath, let's say, losing it, being aware of we've lost that concentration, letting that thought go, letting that sensation go, and coming back to the concentration. Just by doing that, that strengthens our ability to concentrate. And you need to be able to concentrate to do almost anything in life, okay? And the other thing we're doing is we're just increasing our awareness of what the heck's going on, okay? We're more aware of our breath. We're aware of how our body feels, okay? And that will transfer to an ungodly number of things in your life as you become more aware of things that are going on around you. Okay, enough said. Great job. See you next time.